Good day, Hannibal. I've heard much about your exploits in the Second Punic War.
And yours in the Napoleonic Wars, Napoleon. Your reputation precedes you.
Let's discuss war tactics and strategy. I believe my use of the corps system, which allowed for independent command and maneuver of different parts of the army, was revolutionary.
Revolutionary? Perhaps. But my double envelopment at Cannae led to one of the most significant victories in military history, causing heavy losses for the Romans.
A single victory does not make a great leader, Hannibal. My strategic planning allowed me to conquer much of Europe. I centralized power and implemented legal reforms that are still in effect today.
Conquer? You mean temporarily occupy. You were defeated and exiled, not once, but twice. I, on the other hand, kept Rome at bay for over a decade with an army far from home.
A decade of running and hiding, Hannibal. However, your inability to capture Rome, despite your victories, was a strategic failure.
A failure? At least I didn't march into Russia without adequate supplies. That was a tactical blunder, Napoleon.
Well, it seems we both had our victories and our failures.
Indeed, Napoleon. Perhaps it's not about who's better, but about learning from our experiences.
That's a wise perspective, Hannibal. Speaking of learning, I've always admired your ability to adapt to different terrains and climates during your campaigns.
Thank you, Napoleon. Your ability to inspire and lead your men is equally admirable. Your soldiers' loyalty to you was a key factor in your victories.
True, the morale and spirit of the army is as important as its physical strength. But let's not forget your famous crossing of the Alps, Hannibal. That was a feat of endurance and determination.
Yes, it was a challenging journey. But it was necessary to surprise the Romans. Similarly, your bold decision to sell the Louisiana Territory to the United States shows your ability to make tough decisions for the greater good.
Indeed, sometimes a leader must make sacrifices for the larger goal. But let's not forget, Hannibal, your use of war elephants was quite innovative.
Yes, the elephants were a psychological weapon as much as a physical one. But your use of artillery, Napoleon, changed the face of warfare.
True, the artillery is the god of war. But your ability to use the enemy's strength against them, as you did at Cannae, is a testament to your tactical genius, Hannibal.
Thank you, Napoleon. Your ability to coordinate attacks on multiple fronts simultaneously shows your strategic acumen.
Well, it seems we have much to learn from each other, Hannibal.
Indeed, Napoleon. The art of war is a never-ending journey of learning and adaptation.
I agree, Hannibal. For instance, your ability to maintain the morale of your troops, far from their homeland and without any hope of reinforcements, is truly commendable.
Thank you, Napoleon. Your ability to reform the French military and government structures, leading to a more efficient system, is equally noteworthy.
True, efficiency is key in warfare. But your ability to turn the strengths of the Roman legions against them, using their discipline and cohesion to trap them at Cannae, was a stroke of genius.
I appreciate your words, Napoleon. But your use of combined arms, integrating infantry, cavalry, and artillery into a single force, was a game-changer in warfare.
Indeed, it was. But your use of local resources and allies to sustain your army in a hostile land was a brilliant strategy, Hannibal.
And your ability to use speed and surprise to outmaneuver your enemies on the battlefield is equally impressive, Napoleon.
Well, it seems we both have our strengths and weaknesses, Hannibal.
Indeed, Napoleon. It's not about who's better, but about how we adapt and learn from our experiences.
I couldn't agree more, Hannibal. For instance, your ability to use the terrain to your advantage, as you did in the Battle of Trebia, shows your understanding of the principles of warfare.
Thank you, Napoleon. Your ability to use deception and misdirection in your campaigns, often leaving your enemies guessing about your true intentions, is equally impressive.
True, deception is a key element in warfare. But your ability to keep your plans hidden from the enemy, as you did during your crossing of the Alps, shows your strategic acumen, Hannibal.
I appreciate your words, Napoleon. But your ability to adapt to changing circumstances on the battlefield and adjust your plans accordingly was a major factor in your victories.
Indeed, it was. But your ability to inspire loyalty in your troops, despite the hardships they faced, was a testament to your leadership, Hannibal.
And your ability to instill discipline and professionalism in your armies, transforming them into an effective fighting force, is equally noteworthy, Napoleon.
Well, it seems we both have our strengths and weaknesses, Hannibal.
Indeed, Napoleon. It's not about who's better, but about how we adapt and learn from our experiences.